The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Rosie Coronado, and I'm the lucky one who is able to show you the best usability extension today, which is a new feature with the new best version coming out by the end of the month, and which is part of the B1 Usability Package. Everybody, if you have questions, let's wait till the end of the webinar. I will go through my presentation. It's an overview about the best usability extension, which means we will go a little bit into the system to see the exciting features you can do with it, and then at the end of the webinar we take questions. Okay, so what is the best usability extension? If you have BAS running, it needs to be version 9.3, which, as I said, is coming out by the end of the month, and you have the B1 Usability Package. You have a new feature called Usability Extension for Beas Manufacturing. What that is, you turn it on within the Usability Package, and then you have all the features available, the ones you will learn about it today. Okay, so what does this mean for you on a daily basis if you run BAS? It's going to be easier for you, simpler and faster. You can do some screen designing with buttons, which we will cover today. What do you need? What do you need to run the BAS usability extension? You need to have the usability package installed. Version 2018-6, I believe it's also in 5, but to be safe, 2018-6, the June version. You need to turn it on, the feature, you need to turn on the feature in the usability package under the enhancement modules. If you are familiar with the usability package, you know where this is. You see it right here. I have it circled in red, BAS usability extension. And of course you need to have a license, a B1 usability license, okay, and authorization, of course. So it is within the usability package, but you need to turn it on and you need to have a license to get the features on the BAS side. So the BAS usability extension is actually its own solution. You turn it on B1 app, but it's its own solution because BAS has a totally different framework. We are working towards to make it as similar as possible, like the B1 usability package, since a lot of you know the B1 usability package, but there are certain things that need to be a little bit different because of the framework. And it has a different logic as SAP. You know that you have a B1 usability package you run in SAP, but for example BAS you can run outside SAP. You can run it as a standalone. That's part of the reason, and this, I think it's a good explanation for you to understand why it is its own solution. I cannot run B1 app outside SAP. It runs always inside SAP. But BAS can run outside SAP. And then we have terminals also and web apps. Okay? So that's why it's its own solution. But it's part of the usability package. You turn it on there. So you need a usability package license to run it. Okay? So what is our focus on that? We know the B1 usability package is a very, very popular product. Myself, I used to be an end user. I used to implement SAP Business One, and it's a wonderful tool because it makes the user's life so much easier. If you're consultants to implement SAP Business One, you get so much more out of it. And this is our goal and focus, to be more productive Experience. Your every task should be a joy. When you go to work as an end user, you want to go to work and you want the system to work for you. And you don't want to have a user say, oh, I wish the system could do this or that. You should be able to customize it in a simple way so it works for your user because they will do a better job. Add business logic. And of course, save times. Time is money. So you save time and you can be more productive. Okay, that's our focus and goals with the usability extension. So here I want to show you, because a lot of you know the B1 app menu features, and so here's a comparison. So this is the first features. They're coming out by the end of the month. I'm telling you now, we are working on more, so we will add more and more. But for right now, if you see right here, configuration overview, as you know in B1 app, it's available. You will have, you are able to create function buttons, and that's what our focus is today. And you can create universal functions. We have 4 right now available, which I will show you which ones, okay? And you can create right click, mouse clicks, okay? Right click menus, okay? The other ones are not available yet, but I can tell you we are working on some more already. It's really exciting, and going down the road, even with the first features, you will see how it will benefit to you. So, types of universal function. Right now we have SQL report. You know that also from the B1 usability package, B1 app, I call it, it's shorter. You have script available, and message, and external launcher, which I apologize is spelled wrong with 2 L's, and external launcher. So those are the best universal functions available right now with the new version coming out, okay? And what is new? We have something new called the script assistant. If you have been working in Beas with scripting, this, you will love that. This makes it easier for you, faster, and simplifies to write scripts. There's some certain scripts you can do, really you don't need to know any script knowledge because the assistant walks you through it. It has different commands as you see on the screen. Open window, I'll show you an example. And then you have perimeter options. So this is a really great feature. You have an assistant to write your scripts right now. And then easy access. You can create those buttons. If you look at my screens, you can attach templates. Templates is a best feature, as if we have best users on here, you can attach templates to a button to create shortcuts. We call it shortcuts. The buttons are shortcuts. So you save clicks and time and be more productive. You can external applications, as you see, SQL reports, scripts, and you also can attach print macros, which is also a Beas feature. So instead of right-clicking in Beas and click 2 or 3 times, you create a button and pull it up. Okay, and of course a message. Message is just to say you have a nice day. A message is going to come really, really handy once we roll out the evaluation for the Beas usability extension. As you know, in B1 app, you do a validation, and then you can send the user message why it's blocking them and so on. Okay, so this is what our the big new features is on the Beas usability extension right now. Create the buttons, attach those functions for shortcuts. And the next slide shows you the edit function button where you create the functions. It's a very easy to use window. I will go into SAP and show it to you. We try to make it as look as similar as possible as in B1 Up, because that way if you know B1 Up already it seems easier for you. But as I said, certain things are a little bit different because it is a different framework, and we just need to design it a little bit different. At this point I'm going to go into the system. And here is my SAP Business One. If I go to inventory I'm going to open up the item report. Everybody knows if you run BES, here is my item report. And you see I have buttons here already created. So let's go through those buttons. So if I click on this button, you see I have a tooltip here, more info. Just to show you, I'm going to click on it. It shows me all the items with stocks. That's a template attached. The template you're used to it. If you right click, you click here and then item with stock. So what I did, I took that and put it in a button. It's easier for me just to click on a button, so I don't have to right click and then click over here. Okay? Then item without stock. So I have it here too. Those are my items without stock. And as you can see, I put colors on it. Just, it's really good. I used to be a user. It's just nice. Green means, yeah, I have stock. Red, no, I don't have any stock. And then you also can do like default. This is your default template. Go back to default. I didn't make a button, so I'll go back to my default. Those are templates. That's a best feature, but I'm able to attach it to a button. Label. This is really, really neat. If you in BES, what you do, you right click, you go to the printer, and then you go to preview, and then you have your print macros listed here. Then you click on print label, and then you put in your parameters, for example. You can save all those clicks. You attach this print macro on a button. You click on it, and here it is. And let me just put something in here, and then you start, and here is your crystal. It's a crystal report. There it is. Okay, so you save at least 3-4 clicks by not right-clicking. Okay, and you see it recognizes, of course, the item number. If I go to a different item number, of course, and do it, then this item description actually will come up, whatever you have highlighted. Then you can do external launcher, as I showed you. You can go outside the system. In my case, I just did Google. World Cup is starting. Woohoo! In my case, it's going out to Google. Okay, so you can do external launchers, like going out and grab maybe a PDF, a catalog, and have it attached, whatever fits your business needs. And what's really neat with the BES usability extension is, you know, the yellow buttons you might know, but you can put an icon there instead. For example, I have a tooltip here. It's a work order list. I did the American flag. 4th of July is coming up. And then it opens up the work order list. What is this? This was written with the script assistance to open another window in a very simple way. So I'm going into how do you create those buttons. I'm going to show you an overview. If you go in here, you will have an icon. This is the BES usability extension icon. Okay? And here it is, edit function buttons. I'm going to go to edit function buttons, and here are my buttons. So on top, window name. The window name is, and I will get more into, deeper into this. I will have more videos coming out on how to. As you know in BES, if you do customization, the window needs to be open. I like to do my my function buttons, for example, while I have the window open by right-clicking what I just did, because it fills it in for me. Article browse. This is my window. So you have the ID. The ID is assigned by BES. You can put in your own ID, but I would suggest let BES assign the ID, just like with B1 Up. Then this is the window name. then this is the description button definition. Over here on the right side, if you're familiar with B1UP, you see, okay, I'm designing those buttons for what users. Maybe I only want those buttons I only want user 1 and 2 and 3 see those buttons, not everybody. And then you create another window for other users. Okay? So the top is very similar what you know from B1UP. If I have somebody on the line who does not know the B1 usability package, B1UP, you're missing out big time. We have a lot of videos out there. Get familiar with it. It's a very great tool to customize your business one in a very simple way. So here, those are the buttons you saw. And you see one here, it says Hello World. This was actually a right click. If I go here, I right click. This is a right click menu and I say Hello World. It's a message. So what's really, really cool, you see right here, you have the main screen right here and then you have the side screen, the side panel. So it's actually the same thing if you look. You decide where you want to work. Which screen you want to work in. Do you prefer the side panel or the main screen? I can hide the side panel just like that. And now you're like, I don't see everything on the main screen because I have it hidden. So if I go to Windows settings, you see I have everything hidden. So let's say I'm going just to activate a few, update. Okay. See, I have more now. I have more fields available. I still can call this up too. It's up to you. I prefer, in this case, I always like to work on this window, but I do like the side panel a lot. So I decided I'm going to hide everything and I'm just going to work on the side panel. Let me open it up. So it's up to you. So here you see right position. I'm going to show it to you right here. Right. As you know in B1UP, I like to compare it. So it's just, you can do buttons on the right side. With the Beas Usability extension, you have those options. This is so cool. You can do them in the bottom, right, on top, and there's a right click. So you have everything right here. So let's move the item with stocks. Let's move it to the top. Let's move this one to the top and let's move the website to the bottom. So you see it. And what's also very neat, where I just absolutely love, you don't have to click update and go out and go back in. I'm going to click refresh window and just watch my buttons over here. Watch my buttons. I'm going to click refresh window and it did it. So you have the two buttons up here. You have the website here. You see there's a lot of buttons already on the bottom, but it still found a spot. The website is right here, and those two are left on the right side. So you don't have to go out. You just click refresh window and see, oh, how does it look? Okay? So if you want to create a new button, on the, let me go through this really quick. On the right side, you see the ID. Let the system assign the ID for you. The text here is what does it say in the button? As you see, look at the label, it's green. Okay, you see right here on the last, on line 6, I didn't put anything in text because it's the flag and I didn't want to have a writing in there. That's why I didn't put anything in there. Info, that's for you. And you see right here, in my case, just so you can see, this item with stock is a template. This is a template. This is a best feature. I just attached it to a button. This is a message. This is a print macro. This is an external launcher. And this is a script to open up the work order. Okay? And you have the same over here to the right side. Then you see position and you see right here American, I use the flag. You have all these possibilities, all those icons you can attach instead of a button. It's up to you, depending what you do. Okay, and the tooltips, this is when you see right here, I go up here, if they put the mouse over it, they kind of have like more explanation. I think that's very neat. You can do the colors. You can mix and match colors the way you want it. That's pretty ugly. Don't want to mess it up. So here you can decide what colors, and then font size, format, and width. Okay? Then, very important, here on the bottom, you have your universal function. So if I click in here, you see this is my bash script. Bash script, open chart, this second one doesn't matter. I played around. Okay, so you can open up your universal function from here. If I go to template and click here, it takes you to the template screen. The ones, if you use Bash already, you're used to it. Okay, we're going to do more detailed videos on that. But just for today, since it's an overview, I will show you how simple it is to create a button. Add raw, it adds a raw right here, so you name it. So let's call it PDF, and then you can call it, I call it PDF. I'm going to put it to the right, and then I'm going to go in here to the equal sign. So here are all my universal function available. I'm going to sort it. So you see external launcher, and you see also here the ones that start with BOY, they come from the usability package, B1 app. The ones that start with BAS, they come from the BAS usability extension. Okay? I hope I say it every time right. So usability package, we all know, if you're familiar with it, they start with BOY, and BAS is on the BAS side, a usability extension. Okay, you see a message. I have a message here, one created on the B1 app and one with the BAS extension. Okay, print macro is a BAS feature. Script, I have many scripts in here already. SQL report, I have one here. I'll show you in a minute. You can do SQL report. I created one on the B1 app side, and here is one on the BAS side. And then templates. So let's do a very simple one. I'm going to click New, and this is your universal function screen. So those are the four you have available. So I'm going to do external launcher. Let's do an external launcher. You get, it changes the screen. So I'm going out there, and I'm going to grab, I saved one. I'm sorry. Installation upgrade guide. I'm going to attach it, and I'm going to call it right here. And this is very important, and I always say it on the B1 app side. I usually call it, it's an external launcher, and I call it PDF, B1 app guide. And I'm not going to put anything in the code. I want the system to assign it, okay? And I'm going to click Add. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to get out of here. So I did it on the fly. Actually, I'm going to go back in. I want to touch it. Oh, let me end it one more time. Make sure I'm on this line. Yes. And I should find it now called, I'm going to sort it, external launcher, and I called it, I think it was this one, right? This one, P1 App Guide. And I'm going to touch it right here. So watch my label, my buttons again. I'm going to click refresh. It creates it right there. Done. If I click on it, it opens up my PDF. Okay? That's how simple, how quick it is. I want to do one more with you. I'm going back into here. I'm going to do it in the fly. You can do also create universal functions under administration. I'm going to go in there. I will show it to you today, but I think once we do more examples how to, we're going to cover all that. I'm going to click on New, and I want to do the script because many of you probably know the script. So this is the script. I'm going to click on script, which you are familiar with if you have worked in BAS in the past. The menu looks different, and this is the script assistant. Okay? If I click on this, I do not know script, but I'm able to do something with it now. So I have all those commands. message drop down, if and then. I'm going to do the first one, open a window. So once I choose a command, of course, my parameters change. So I'm going in here. You have all those windows available, and I'm going to the item structure window, and I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to put anything more. It defaults to open child without update. I'm leaving it like this. I just want you to see. I just choose the window and I'm going to click add, and I'm going to click save and close, and I'm going to call it script. I always say the type of script, and I'm going to call it webinar script, and I click add. Okay, the code is going to come from Beas once I click add. You see that? It attached the code, and I'm going to click OK. I will have to, I'm going to create another row. Didn't do that. I'm going to call it script for you. Script. And now I'm going to look for that function. And if I go here, and I like to sort it, I can sort it by name too. I guess webinar script. I'm going to transfer it over to my button. I'm going to leave it on the right side. I'll leave it. Don't change the colors. So include users, you know, I can exclude users if you do a design, but this is like a design. This whole design is for certain users, and then you can do a different design for certain users. I'm going to click refresh, watch my buttons again. I just love that. I like to show that. And here's my button. It's created. If I click on script now, so it should open my item structure window. Script, and it's open. I don't have any script knowledge. I'm totally new, let's say, and I don't have script knowledge, and I was able to write one with the script assistant. Now, can you imagine how much more you can do with the script assistance? You have all those commands, and you can combine it to write your script. And then another one I want to show you on the buttons. I'm going to stay on the item structure. You see this customer list, and this probably doesn't make sense, but I did a SQL report. You know how you have a SQL, you can attach a SQL report. This gives me the customer list with their balances. It's a pretty empty database, or I do so well with my accounts receivable. I'll take that. So this is my customer list with their balances, because you can attach a SQL report also. Let me right click and show it to you quick. On the item structure, I have only 3. I have a purple one here, and I'm going to click on the customer list. And what this is, I want to show this to you. This is a universal function from B1 App. This comes from the usability package from B1 App. And I'm able to attach this over on the Beas side. Okay, this one I use also on B1 app side, maybe on the on my menu I have this, but maybe this doesn't make sense. It's the customer list, but I want you to know the flexibility you have. You can do a SQL report, of course, on the Beas side. We have it available there too, and then also the SQL reports you write on the on B1 app. On the SAP side, you can also attach. This is what I wanted you to show. And if I go in here to my list, you see right here, SQL report boy. It starts with boy, so I know it's coming from B1 app. Okay. If you don't have B1 app running, you know you cannot attach. You won't be able to attach any of those Boyum B1 app universal function. It's like a tongue breaker. So, but this, I think it gives you a good idea. So one more thing I want to show you. The reason I like to, I'm going to go into item report. Again, the reason I like to create, as I said, the function buttons in I like to create it on the fly. That's just me. That's personal. And I click new. It knows it's the article browser is open because I have this screen open. Okay. because I have it open. So if a little screen challenge, let me get out of here. So if I open up the item structure, also, and I'm going to try to do the same thing, the windows have to be open. You want to create the universal function. I'm going to click New. And you see, now I have both available because both windows are open. And the reason we don't have a drop-down is because there's so many windows. We were going back and forth. I do not want to go through 500 windows and find it. So we have it, you have the window open, and then now you can create this universal function either on an article browse or a structure. Okay, so when you are really working in the window, that's why I like to do it by right-clicking. It fills it in automatically. But just remember, I'm going up here when you have the add-on installed. That's not the right button, sorry about that. Usability Package, module configuration, and you have this Beas usability extension. If you go in here, of course, you see all your types of universal functions you have created, and you can say new function straight from here, and you see nothing is there. There's no window name there. So if you do it through here, that's fine, but Rosie, come on, let me make this window a little bit smaller for you. But if I go back here, inventory, and I open up the item report, and now go back here and click new function, you see it's there. Okay, keep that in mind. When you do a universal function, have the window open while you wanna work with. Okay. Now, last but not least, and I really wanted to start with that, but I'm so excited about the features. I get carried away. The ones who don't know the B1 usability package, you saw it on the print screen. You have to have the usability package installed. Then when you go here to usability package configuration, you have this menu right here, use Beas usability extension. Okay. And of course you need to have a license for it, and you're ready to go. The usability package is very powerful within SAP also, but now you get these extra features on the Beas side. Going back here, so we saw that. You also can see, this is an example with the templates, what you saw with the green and red, and you can also put different filters in there and then create a button. It's really neat. And like I said, we're going to have more videos coming out, more detailed videos how to build that. Yeah, usability extension, make it easier, simpler, and faster for you for Beas Manufacturing. Okay. If you don't follow us on YouTube, I love this slide. Beas love, so we love Beas, so we make it easier for you. Follow us on YouTube. We have many videos out there, also for B1 app. Check out all our other products we have. We have a variety of products. Check them out. Get trial license if you would like to, because it's always good to have hands-on. If you have questions, please write us to support or to sales@boyum-it.com and let us know what you would like to see. We are preparing lots of webinars, lots of how-to. Let us know, write us to sales or to support and say, I would like to see a webinar. Do you have a video on this or that? Let us know. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from your customers. Please let us know, because that's what we want. We want to really provide you with all the material you need. That's our focus. Okay.